Hello, my name is Tom Chick. I am playing Forced Showdown. This is a daily challenge mode. And I apologize, I don't know how people do like streaming and stuff, doing these action games. It's all I can do is focus on the action. So, sorry if I'm not talking as much and I just lapse into a silence as I concentrate on not dying. Forced Showdown is... There are several cute descriptions of it that the developers offered, which I will tell you about in a little bit. But it's basically an action RPG. Yeah! The developers are Danes. They call themselves Betadwarf. Not the name I would choose if I was a developer, but you know what? I'm not a developer. I can't judge. This is called Forced Showdown because it is a sequel of sorts. Yeah, kind of a sequel to a game. Oh my gosh. Well, that was nasty, brutish, and short. It's a sequel of sorts to a game called Forced.
Dear audience, settle down. I, for one, was well entertained, and I hope to see our contestant back for more
it looks like
in the near future.
All right, thank you, announcer. It looks like today I am 6th out of 8 people. I'm happy with that. I will take that. 6th place. I'm sure. Give it to me. All right, this. Who's this? Pussy. It told me I was 6 out of 8. 6 out of 8 players, right? What am I not seeing? Oh, okay. Rankings update in 20. There's way more than 8 players. I'm calling shenanigans. At any rate, so this is the sequel to Forced. Forced was also a sort of action RPG, heavily focused on co-op play, by the way, and a lot of puzzles in Forced. And I remember playing some of the battles and realizing, oh, wait a minute, I can't just brute force through this. I've got to figure out what's going on. Yeah, it updated. I am not in 6th place. I feel like I've been lied to. I'm going to go all Donald Trump on this game here. No, I'm not. I don't mind that. So this hasn't launched yet. It's out in another week. Maybe they're still working some kinks out. Although this annoying message is going to be here the entire time. They're doing a launch event, which it's a cute idea. The more, basically, the more Twitch streamers they can get watched, the cheaper the price. There's a little counter that's basically dropping it by, 2%, 3%. It's a cute incentive, although I'm not sure, how much can you discount is this a $15 game? I should have looked that up before I said anything. All right, so that was the season mode. Every day it's going to give you 2 different parameters. Well, I don't know, maybe no parameters, but everybody plays the same number of waves with the same setup. What they don't have that's the same is their character. Oops. There are 4 characters in this game, 3 of which I've unlocked. I think this is called a Ravager here. I don't have him. Here's the Bringer of Light. Oh, sorry, the Squire of Light. Sort of a ranged paladin fella. Volko is the melee fella barbarian, basically. Here's the one I'm trying. Stormbringer. The Amazon of the group, ranged fella. You get to bring a companion as well. This guy is a fairly effective tank. No idea who's here. I'm curious to find out. Xiaolong, I don't know what to make of him. You'll note there, his special power, running away. That's his special ability. Each of these characters has 4 base abilities. The default attack, this is my left trigger attack, and then the bumpers do these 2 special things. This is a passive, so you can hit the right bumper till the cows come home. Nothing's going to happen with this fella. This is the deck that came with him. Oh, did I mention there are cards in this game? I'll show you that in a second. This is a deck I've built. It's called this because it's based on getting consumables out, which is something I am specifically interested in for a reason, which I'll tell you about in a moment. Alright, so as I said, it's a card game. Don't be overwhelmed by that. You know what? Here, let me just do this so that it won't freak you out. Alright, this is a card game. Anytime you go into a match, a battle, if you will, it's going to consist of several different arenas. 8, to be specific. On the first arena, you get 1 point of mana to spend. On the second, you get 2 points. On the third, you get 3 points, and so on. So by the time you're at the 8th arena, the 8th level, 8th round, if you will, that's where the boss is, you'll have 8 points of mana to spend. What do you spend it on? Glad you asked. These cards. So I'm using some filters here. There's a fair number of cards. I'm not going to show them all to you at once. Why did that do that? Because I don't want to scare you off. For instance, here are the 0-point neutral cards. Cards are either spells, upgrades, or consumables. Spells are things you use between rounds. They're mana management or healing. You'll find a lot of healing takes place between rounds. And there are some deck management cards that can be tricky. You know what? I think you're ready for this. Why is it? Alright, so one of the things that happened is it stopped detecting my stupid game controller, and now the controls are a little wacky. Here are... Now I'm going to just show you a whole ton of cards. So they're spells, they're spells which you use between rounds. They're upgrades, which when you cast them, they upgrade your character for the duration of that battle. That's all 8 rounds. And they're consumables. You use these, and it's slaved to one of the buttons on the controller, and once you've popped it off, it's done. So let's then play for real. Oh, and I'll show you. So for instance, this fella's deck consists of these 30 cards. You will always have 30 cards in a deck. Only 30 cards. No fewer, no more. Oh, I didn't realize this. Yeah, there's a little evaluation of my deck. As you can see, it's very consumable heavy. A lot of 2 mana cards in there. That's the cost, by the way. The 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 9 of my cards cost 2 mana. You can only have 2 of any given card in your deck. Seems fairly limited. That also means, by the way, you can only own 2 of any given card. Because if you get a 3rd card, for instance, I've got 2 duo bots in here. It's a consumable that gives me these attack drones. If I was to get a 3rd one for some reason, maybe by spinning this wheel, which hates me, the 3rd one would be rendered down to these little crystals based on its rarity. Common one gives you 50 crystals, 150. These purples, which this stupid Wheel of Fortune never gives me the purples, that'll get you 500 crystals. What do you do with the crystals? Well, apparently you spend them to forge unknown cards. Unowned cards. So basically it automatically gives you a card you don't have if you buy it with crystals. I'm not going to spin the wheel right now because it's just going to make me angry by giving me a green. Costs 100 gold every time you spin the wheel. Don't worry, by the way, no microtransactions. This gold comes just from playing. If you're rich and you want to circumvent the gameplay in forced showdown, too bad. Go play something else. Alright, let's play a campaign. So, to break this down for you, a battle consists of 8 rounds or arenas or stages. I'm not quite sure what to call them. But I know for a fact that these are campaigns. Although now it looks like they're called programs. Well, elsewhere they're referred to as campaigns, and that's what I'm going to call them. As you can see, I have completed this campaign, where you have to fight Wrath the Burninator. I can, and by golly, I will, farm this campaign. Because this one is way more difficult. I keep dying. So I'm not going to show you this one because it'll just make it look like I have no idea how to play this game. I now imagine this one when I unlock it. Oh, unlocked through quests. This one unlocks by finishing this campaign. It looks like this one unlocks through quests. Let's look now at quests, which will explain to you why I'm using a deck that's heavy on consumables. Quests are persistent upgrades. There are 2 things in this game that are persistent. These annoying messages seem to be persistent. Oh, this is a community thing. Oh, good for this fella. I'd rather not know that, though. 2 things that are persistent. Your card collection, of course, that is persistent. You unlock a card, you earn it, you get it, you keep it. You can put it now in any one of your decks. Fair enough. Quests are also persistent. These are like achievements. Now, I can unlock these in the Crucible once I've unlocked Frontline, which you'll recall is the 2nd campaign. I have these available. These last 2 quests aren't available, it looks like, until I get that last campaign unlocked. Let me show you an example. So, this square here is going to tell me what I get for finishing this quest. Here you will see I unlocked one of the playable characters, Volko, the barbarian fellow. And it seems like all my characters get an additional health and crit chance. How did I unlock that? Let's check. By doing this achievement, finishing my first campaign. You will see this right here, which I would really... Actually, this is the one I'd really like to get. I unlocked the Ravager, which I think is that fourth character who I don't have. Are they called contestants? Yes. So if I finish this quest, I'll have the Ravager. Furthermore, my companion, that's that tank fellow, who I could pick either Brutus the tank or Xiaolong the dragon whose special power is running away. My companions get more hit points, and I'm going to get a little gold award. That's going to be worth 2 spins on the Wheel of Fortune, which hates me. Why haven't I unlocked this yet? I did this. I killed 6 enemies in 6 seconds, by golly. The revolver. I also did this. I've killed 400 enemies in this game. What have I not done? Having a consumable in all 4 slots. So there are 4 slots where you can slot consumables. I have not had all 4 slots filled, which is what I'm aiming to do now. To finish this quest and unlock Ravager. So these are persistent. All of this stuff I get to keep. Supreme boons, I don't know what those are. This whole stage of quest is new to me. I've only recently unlocked it. Win a battle without using your basic attack. Alright, well, at some point I'm going to have to try that. So these quests are persistent. The cards are persistent. What is not persistent in any given game is the sort of experience point and upgrade system.
I stand for rightness.
Excuse me. Let's skip that. The conceit, by the way, is that I am an intergalactic game show contestant. Oh, dadgummit, why is he here? I don't want him. I want the tank fellow. I'm a ranged guy. I don't want another little ranged fellow with me. By the way, I'm using a controller. This is one of those games, I love this. It just immediately snaps to the mouse if I move the mouse. If I move the controller, it goes back to that. There's something really buggy with the controller in this update. I'm sure it'll get ironed out by the time the game is released. Let's hope. Yeah, so I don't want the Shalom fellow. I want a tank. Now he's
My aim is shockingly good.
So as I said, I'm in an intergalactic... Oh, God. Please be quiet, announcer. It's very Ratchet and Clank, this whole intergalactic game show thing with the annoying host. Those things there are cameras, by the way. See, because it's an intergalactic game show. This is the lobby. In order to progress now through the campaign, I will have to fight battles, which consist of multiple rounds. Here is an upgrade system that's very important, but it's not persistent. It's only persistent in this campaign. Once I do a new campaign, this vanishes. As I fight battles, I'll earn points. They're basically experience points. When I hit certain thresholds, at first 20 points, I unlock boons, which will give me a menu of 4 different things I can choose among. I pick one of them, and then I have a new threshold for gaining experience points. They're basically levels, and you pick a bonus every time you level up. So this is persistent across all of the battles in one campaign. The experience point system and the cards are only persistent. They're actually not at all persistent because they only work for one battle. So I happen to know I need to fill up this blue line here to progress through the campaign. This door is locked until I fill up, oh, it even says, defeat 2 battles in this chamber. Each one I defeat will fill this section up with a blue juice. I don't know what that stuff, energy we'll call it. And once it's full, which will take 2 battles, this unlocks, I go to the next chamber. I do more battles. Once I finish those, I'm going to fight the overall boss. So these battles, there are 4 of them I can choose among. Each battle is going to have a description which tells me what bonuses and penalties I'm going to get. Companion Curse is a weird one. If my companion, that's my tank, if he dies, I think I take damage. My tank, where did he go? I guess he's back. He'll show up in a minute. My tank is all about rushing into battle and dying, so I don't want to do that one. Supplies, chaotic illumination. Okay, this just means I get a consumable called chaotic illumination at the beginning of this battle, which is a card I could play, by the way. Ability bolts. That's whenever I use an ability, these bolts run around and shoot people. Curse of Excess. I don't know what this one is, so let's fight this battle. Additional card at the beginning of each arena. Okay, so they're called arenas. A battle consists of 8 arenas. A campaign consists of 6 battles. 8? If I have more than 5 cards when the arena begins... Okay, so fortunately I've just got a bunch of cheap cards. I'm probably not going to build up a big hand.
I'll be taking that treasure from ya!
Here's my draw. 4 cards. I can take a mulligan. This one's a little too expensive. Not too expensive, but let's just discard that. Do I need this? Yeah. Better safe than sorry. So I'm going to get those 3 cards, and I will draw an additional 4th one, which is Ooh Shiny. I'm happy to take that. I have 2 of them. Alright, so it's paused right now. The game isn't going to start until I tell it to, which is very welcome. This shows you my progress, arena progress. Okay, this is how many arenas I go through. There's going to be 8. The 8th one will have a boss, hence this skull. As anyone who's played a Zelda game knows, a skull represents a boss. Here are my hit points, 120. Brutus, my tank, has 38 hit points. I love this sort of thing. Look at there. Nice little stats with tooltips. It tells me what they are. My block chance, that's nice. You don't want to leave that open, though. Here are my abilities. This is my left trigger, my left bumper. Oh, I'm hitting the right bumper. Why doesn't this fire off? Well, like I said, it's passive. Nothing's going to happen. I have 26 more cards in my deck. Here is the boss that I'm fighting. To dissuade me from just sitting in a corner and letting the things come to me and just, exploiting the AI or whatever. As time goes by, this boss, every 5 seconds, I believe that's what that means, is going to drop mines onto the arena. As the arenas progress, as I work my way further into the battle, I'm going to get an additional point of mana each arena. He is going to get additional bonuses that sometimes affect this. I happen to know the next bonus he gets, these mines are going to get up and walk towards me. Very annoying. So you might recognize this resource system with cards. You might think, oh, that reminds me of Hearthstone. Well, it shouldn't surprise you. When the developers emailed me about this game, they described it as Battle of Isaac meets Hearthstone in an intergalactic game show. There's not a lot I'm hearing there that makes me want to play it. But then I played it and discovered, oh, no, I do like this. Alright, so let's jump in. I'm going to use this card first. It's going to give me a random upgrade. You can read that. It'll cost me 2 fewer points of mana. I like this. Oh, by the way, this is not in my deck. Ooh Shiny will give you an upgrade that is not in your deck. Just from the whole collection, it looks like. I don't even think I own this card. I don't think I've seen it before. Okay. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Assuming I'm not standing next to the victim and it doesn't hurt me. But I won't be able to afford that until round 3, at which point I'll have 3 mana. Okay, so let's start it off. You saw me dying a little bit before. This should be pretty straightforward because it's the basic campaign. Well, that's right. Yeah, it is the basic campaign. These ghosts are annoying because they can go through walls. They can leave the arena even, which is hardly fair. You'll see there's some mines dropping. You'll see at the top center of the screen there's like a health point bar. That is showing me how many enemies are left. I emptied it out before you could even look at it. Alright, let's go to the next arena. My health is persistent amongst arenas. If I take damage... No. If I take damage, unless I heal it, somehow... Some monsters will drop little healing hearts. But normally, if you really need to heal, you can use a card to do that. Oh, here we go. For 2 mana, I can get 100 of my health back. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Remember, I don't want my deck to build up. Although it shows... Oh, yeah, this used to be on the right side of the screen. This is showing me here. This is reminding me, hey, here is the modifier. You know what? This is a way better place to put this. Because it relates it to the arenas. That's where I want to go. It used to be way over down here, I believe. Could hardly even notice it over there. So I want to make sure not to have more than 5 cards or ouch. So let's use some of these. Let's try another Ooh Shiny. Didn't I have a second one? Yeah, okay, so also I'm trying to equip 4 different consumables to finish that quest and unlock the Ravager. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use this. Oh, you know, this is just going to give me another card. That might have been a bad idea. Did I just give myself 30 points of damage? If you have more than 5 cards. Alright. Oh, well, here we go. This is free. Because it costs 2 fewer, Ooze Shiny reduces the cost. It is 0 for me. So I now do an additional 10% damage. So these cards, this is persistent, again, amongst every arena in this battle. Once I go to a new battle, it'll start me over with 1 point of mana in the first round, a random draw. It's basically like a game of Magic. It's like a game of any collectible card game. Between matches, you start over. This is very handy too. It's showing me what upgrades I've earned. They sit over here. The game is very forthcoming with information. You'll notice, for instance, when I attack, it shows how much damage I'm doing. I love that sort of thing. Oh, that's okay. I was going to show you. This is a treasure goblin. In the more difficult matches, he's annoying because, as you might know from Diablo, he'll make you walk into places you're really not ready to go because you want that treasure. Minotaur, chain lightning. My companion died pretty quickly. As long as you don't stand in front of a Minotaur, not that big a deal. Ghosts who can cheat and leave the arena. Let's see, there's one guy lurking somewhere. This poison barrel, I think that would hurt me if I was near it. Yeah, because it hurt the... Oh, like fire hurts me.
Completed.
There we go. Alright, now I'm going to have 3 points of mana to spend. Alright, want to make sure not to have too many cards. They're all cheap. And I'm looking for consumables, which are not showing up, which is really rude of them. Okay, let's speed up Stormy, and I don't need to heal. I want to make sure to... Oh, here we go. Force Barrier is a nice ability. Alright, I'm down to 4 cards. I'm safe. Let's fire it up. When the developers emailed me about this, or their PR folks, they said, hey, we saw on your site that you reviewed Hand of Fate. I thought you might want to check this out. That's what they said. Binding of Isaac meets Hearthstone in an intergalactic game show. So I can see why they would mention it in connection to Hand of Fate. Hand of Fate also had a really simple combat system and a prominent card collection aspect. They're very different games, though, of course. Hand of Fate is way more calculating, narrative-driven. This is just straight-up action. And card management. There's a little strategy. There's card management, right? I'm gonna have 4 points of mana. On their website, by the way, they describe it, I think, a little more accurately, rather than it's like such and such means such and such. They just straight out explain what it is. And they say it is a spectacular deck builder, twin stick rogue-lite. Not rogue-like, rogue-lite. Spectacular, sure. Very flashy, as you can see. Nice big character models, flashy artwork, colorful stuff. Deck builder, yeah, absolutely. Twin stick, you bet. I guess you can't see, but I'm definitely, one stick is controlling my direction, the direction I'm firing, the other stick is moving me. Rogue-lite, we'll get to that in a moment. Oh shoot, I forgot to... Oh, dadgummit. See what happens? I get to talking to you guys and forget what I'm doing. That mana, by the way, it doesn't carry over. It's not like I get to spend it next time. It's not like I saved it. Alright, there's... Oh. Of course, my companion has died. Those 30 points of damage, look, they're persistent. I didn't heal any of that up. I do have a healing spell. Oh my gosh, this is the best way to get rid of a bunch of cards. Zero cost cards are great. Let's get... I want to get consumables in here. I've already got that consumable, though. I'll buy that one later. Let's, again, trim out some of these cards. I'm not going to do that just yet. Oh, I like this. Okay, so one of the arenas have monsters, and then one of them will fight for me. Oh, I can afford this. But let's go ahead and let's get this thing going. And I might as well slot those. I mean, it just gives me 2 additional challenges. Oh, healing. Okay, you know what? That's good. So, heals you and all allies for 20% of max health. I don't think there's multiplayer in this. Like, I think it's just single player. By allies, it means my companion. Some cards or arena parameters start you with helpers. So I imagine that's what that means. Because my controller is messed up, please fix that, Betadwarf. I don't get a prompt here, but this should show the A button fires this off. This would be the X button, the Y button, the B button. I don't know if you can see it, but there's shaded areas where there are additional slots. Before this battle is over, I want to be sure to get other consumables slotted in these two, so I hope to draw some. This one I'll be able to use. And again, look here. I love this. Super helpful, just reminding me, hey, you got all this stuff going. Look what you've done, Tom. These two I just got this round. They're highlighted. Alright, let's go. So yeah, not the treasure goblin. Sure. Where's my helper? Oh, there he is. Look, I have a... What is that? Crystal golem. With excellent pathfinding. You know, I think I have this. I can kill the rest of the guys there.
Look out below!
I told you that he was going to spawn mines that would get up and follow me. I don't know that happened. Oh my god, look at my health. Okay, well now I'll be using my healing. In some of the more difficult... Oh, another treasure goblin. In some of the more difficult matches, which is either the next campaign, the daily challenges, as I am getting increasing amounts of mana to buy increasingly powerful cards, he also gets upgrades that give him increasingly powerful bonuses and buddy buffs and that sort of thing. As I kill things and pick up the blue drops, you'll notice some of them spit out green hearts that give me health, which I desperately need, and I'm going to go ahead and get that so I don't forget. They'll also drop blue glowy bits, and those are experience points for all intents and purposes. They give me points. You'll see shortly, in exactly 3 arena rounds, what points do. Alright, good, so I've got some more consumables. Yeah, let's go ahead and get those out of the way, because we want to make sure to get 4 of them going. I want to finish that quest. Alright. What this game reminds me of... What is hitting me? What this game... Oh, is my turncoat still active? Looked like I had a... Yeah.
Send a little gift to ya.
I could mouse over those icons there and see if turncoat was still active. Which I guess it is, because there's a Minotaur fighting for me. Okay, dude's down.
Enemy in sight.
Points, I want these. Looks like I've mostly cleared the level.
Send a little gift to ya.
Arena completed!
Alright, didn't lose too much health. What is that? Ding ding, discount level just hit 1%.
Play card!
Oh, that's their Twitch thing. Alright, so the game, I believe that's what that's telling me. The game is now 1% cheaper. So, if it was $20, it is now... Is it 20 cents off? Don't make me do math. I'm doing enough math looking at these cards. Shut up. Alright, so I want to get 2 more consumables slotted, and let's do it. You know what? Maybe I should save that for the last round. Is there anything that's going to help me here? Stunning bounces. Don't I have that one already? Oh, turncoat is. It's permanent. I like that. You know what? Let's get this going. And that. Alright, next round, you guys don't let me forget to slot this. It's my whole point for building this deck. Here's my turncoat. do all the work. I'm just gonna follow these guys.
Beware the
Well, they're
skies.
splitting up. Okay, that's fine. Something like using power that
Enemy
requires
in
aiming and missing. I'm sure you guys who play MOBAs, you're acquainted with that. Like misfiring your ultimate. That's got to be a thing, right?
Look out below.
There we go. Alright, that was the penultimate arena. Let's go fight the boss.
And all for me.
What's that? What's that you guys are saying? What are you telling me? Oh, you're reminding me to slot my final consumable? Thank you. Okay, there we go. Thank you, and it's telling me I finished my quest. I even got a Steam achievement. I don't know if that shows up. I've got 5 more points to spend. Yeah, these... Oh, do I have... Can I just... Yeah, let's load up on these guys. These guys are awesome. I'll show them to you. It's like a little health tea party with giggling fairies. Who wouldn't want that? And I can't afford anything else, so here we go. Let's beat... Can I see his name? No, it doesn't show me. He looks like a kobold pirate. See those... Some of the guys have yellow health bars? They're called summons. So they're not crucial to kill to finish the level. There are certain powers that are good against summons. They're like optional guys. I was doing some test recordings earlier, and this guy killed me with
To the skies.
something like...
The
He each had like 1 health left. It was
Look out
really
below.
demoralizing.
Fire starboard lasers. Fire in the hole.
Hey, wait a minute, I have a shield. He can't shoot fire through my shield.
Raise the sail.
Hardly fair.
Bombs away.
Oh, my consumables. Okay,
I long
flush.
for the
Here's some
skies.
fairies. Here we go. Fairy tea party. Ah!
Beware
As long
the
as
skies.
he's in that radius, I'm gaining health. And he's taking damage. Isn't that glorious? What other consumables do I have? Oh, my nanobot healing thing. You know what? I'm fine.
Attack.
Like
Blast
healing
away.
nanobots.
Enemy in sight.
Let's do this poison cloud thing.
Got you
Oh,
in
yeah,
my
I like that.
crosshair.
Let's do a healing nanobot.
I feel
Whatever
the
it's
need.
called.
The need for speed.
What's this top row do?
Getting dizzy.
Oh, probably should have done that when I was near him.
I'm a firing my laser. Catch that hole, maggots. Take her up, boys.
Let's have another fairy tea party.
Arr, I long for the skies.
Once he lands. Fairy tea party.
Enemy in sight. Batten the hatches.
And one more
Let's
round
march
and I
your
should get
death.
him once he lands.
Attack! I'll cut you open.
Alright, here we go. Went to the wrong place.
Fire starboard
That
laser.
should do it. Alright, I finished a battle. I earned some points. Why do I want points? I'll show you. Actually, I showed you before. There's going to be a bar at the bottom. Those are experience points for all intents and purposes. They just drop board experience and they call them points. Alright, I finished this battle, so you'll see it's grayed out. This is half full. When it fills all the way, I can go to the next chamber. So I went up basically 2 levels. Once I hit 75 points, I'll unlock a new boon. Let's look at boons. What are boons? These 4 things I get to choose among. I can either increase my attack speed, which is always a fun one. I can make my companion tougher. Fluffy Meat Shield is a cute name. Increase my damage. Damage up. It seems like they ran out of cute names at that point. Does it have a cute name? Nope. Thick skin. Reduce... Oh! Do I want thick skin or increased attack speed? So my feeling is that if this right here is assuming you're going to fail and I'm going to get hit. Let's just assume I'm not going to get hit, and let's increase our attack speed. Plus I get another boon. Now this is going to give me 4... It's not always the same 4 you choose among, by the way. Rabid Pet increases my companion's damage. Draw a card after your mulligan. Oh, so it starts you with extra cards. I like that. Especially since I have a bunch of cheap cards. I might consider that one. Companion health, extra companion health would be good. Brutus does tend to rush into combat. Extra health for me, only 20 points though. Oh my, let's give myself more choice. Alright, let's do another battle. Which one of these do we want? Companion curse is I take damage when he dies. No thanks. So here's something. Why would I do this, which is a liability, rather than this, which gives me a bonus? Because, as you will see, anything that is a bonus for me adds additional enemies to the level. Anything that's a liability, that gives a debuff or a drawback, removes enemies from the level, makes it where there are fewer enemies.
You've made an unwise decision in coming here.
The boss is taunting me. Fair enough. What do I want to mulligan? Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna get 5 cards to choose among.
Play cards.
There we go. A mana boost is good. 2 mana boosts. I think there's no. Well, do I want to save that? Okay, let's do the Ooh Shiny. 15 health for every consumable card you play. Well, I've got a lot of consumables in this deck. All right, watch this. Oh, I have no mana, but there's a consumable for 2 points that I could have bought. Oh, but look. +1
I
mana.
choose this.
+1 mana.
Rightness.
Now my health is going to go from 120, I presume, to 135. Thank you. And we'll use this next.
Showtime!
All right. You're not standing in front of the Minotaurs, so maybe my companion has not learned, and now he's no longer in the battle. Ouch. Yes, it did. I like the destructible bits here. I can shoot through some of these walls. So his summonables, his companion, or not, yeah, I guess they're his companions. They're nodes that connect with lasers that damage me.
Play cards.
There's a name for them. They are called Stone Prison. Alright, do I want to spend this and get a surefire bonus to my left trigger ability? Or do I want to gamble and take this? You know what? To entertain you guys, let's gamble. Well, okay. That's here's something cool. So I think I have at least one of these cards in my deck. If I use it, it just it hits the target a couple of additional times. This add-on thing means if I have another copy of the card in my deck, which I do, and remember, you can only have 2 copies of any given card. If I do it a second time, it does this increased bonus. I don't know about, yeah, okay. So hopefully another one of these will come up. I'm at half health. Need to be careful there. I was going to say I need to be careful and not stand in the way of exploding poison things, which I just did.
Time to perish.
What is my cloud doing, by the way? I should pay. Whoa, wasn't that quick? What does the cloud do? A cloudy sidekick that follows your latest target, dealing damage over time. Alright. Speaking of damage, I sure could use some healing. I like it. It gives you an overview of the arena. I saw there are at least 2 Minotaurs here. Let's see, with 3 points, let's do this thing, and then we'll make my passive storm thing faster. Ow, this is, perilous. My health is extremely low. Oh, don't stand in front of Minotaurs. Ah, a little health power up, good.
I've grown.
Oh yeah, there goes my storm cloud. I like that. Some stone prison nodes. I see my companion is dead.
You've lived long enough.
They might have reduced the effectiveness of Brutus, because he was basically playing the game for me when I was playing last night.
Completed. Play cards.
I can buy all of these. This is good. Alright, I could use this. I could use this right off the bat.
Call me a trinket mage.
Alright. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Oh, I thought I was doing my healing thing. That's okay. I'll do.
Time to perish.
I apparently love to stand in front of Minotaurs. There's healing for me and my companion, who hasn't learned not to stand in front of Minotaurs. Not that I've learned it myself.
I've grown angry.
One thing I really like about Forest Showdown. Oh, perfect timing, minor heal. Thank you.
I feel charged.
I like how different each of the characters are. Now, I haven't unlocked... I just unlocked the Ravager, you saw earlier. The 3 characters so far that I've unlocked, they have different kinds of cards, very different abilities, different styles. Although it basically comes down to different action RPG tropes, doesn't it? This is the ranged guy. The Volko fellow is up close and personal. The Bringer of Light? No, Squire of Light.
I'll strike
He's like a
lightning.
paladin fella. He's the one you start out with, so if you guys play this game, you'll become plenty acquainted with the Squire of Light.
Take this.
Ah! Trapped by a stone prison. Thank you.
Time to perish.
That was helpful.
Play cards.
So basically, at this point, I'm just burning every card I get. This is what happens when you get a bunch of cheap cards. It's like having a white deck in Magic the Gathering, isn't it?
Take this.
You'll note all the powers are on its cooldown.
I've grown angry.
Did I damage you with that poison?
You've lived long enough.
Points, which I want.
Arena completed.
Seems like... Oh, I was going to say, it seemed like killing that yellow guy made me complete the arena, which would make no sense because they're optional. I'm guessing what happened is that Brutus went and killed the last guy. Thank you, Brutus.
Play cards.
This kill all non-boss enemies below. Okay, yeah. So let's just pluck away at things with my bow, and then fire off the chaotic illumination.
This.
Don't know how useful that was, but it was gratifying to have
Time
such
to
spectacular
perish.
action.
I've grown
Ghosts? What is that?
angry.
Oh, okay, some sort of a shaman fellow or something.
Arena completed.
Sticks and stones will break your bones.
Here's a boss I don't think I've seen. Oh no, I have been killed by this guy. I've beaten him. Oh, terrible timing. This is why you do want powerful cards and expensive cards in your deck. Here I go, wasting 7 points of mana. Actually, I wasted all 8 of my mana. Okay, so learning patterns. This is a boss.
You lived long
Oh
enough.
shoot! I meant to use my healing before my companion got killed, but he got killed so quick. What is that? Like an iceberg following me.
Time to perish.
Oh, come on! It's a shield. Why didn't it block shots? I may not get to show you...
You've
Yeah.
lived long enough.
Health power up, which is good. Or health drop. Ah, stupid ghost.
I've grown angry.
He's out of the way.
Take this.
Oh, I got it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that was no problem, please. Alright, so more points, I presume. Yeah, this is going to get me to the next boon. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and go through this
The
whole...
gatekeeper sends a challenge. This is our contestant's chance to move up a floor and closer to the prize.
I'm going to go through this whole battle. I don't know if you want to stick around for the whole thing, but I'd love to show you what happens at the end of a... No, okay, so it's a campaign, consists of battles, which consist of arenas. I'd love to show you what happens at the end of a campaign. You know what, maybe I'll just fast forward in the stream and then pick up there. Let's get a new boon. Life insurance increase. Oh, this sounds very good. That also sounds good. Of course, extra attack speed is awesome. Let's go with additional attack speed. Alright, here we go. We're going to the next chamber. Heat wave. Fire projectiles flying. Alright. I think that might just be a feature of that boss.
Now, mortal, you stand before a god.
I'd love to get that early on. Okay, let's assume we're not going to need healing. Let's take mulligans on those two.
Play cards.
Oh my golly. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff that I can't use. Okay, fair enough. I'm the one that built the deck. Yeah, I love that extra attack speed. Playing the melee guy is particularly annoying with the ghosts being in the arena. Assuming I can shoot them when they go outside the arena.
Arena completed.
Only 10 points of damage. Not bad.
Play cards.
Alright, so many options. Well, and by so many I mean 2. Ah! You know what? Yeah, you guys come down here to me. I'm happy with that. I'm also happy with that. Alright, there we go.
Play cards.
Now so many options. I could have any one of these except for this one. Let's go with turncoats. That was, enjoyed that before. Yeah, I'll get my own ghost. We'll just charge into battle.
Arena completed.
Look at that, my ghost didn't even die. Alright.
Play cards.
Don't need the healing yet. It's nice to know it's there. Yeah, that's just a consumable. Let's get something permanent going. Don't I already have that? So, here we go. It doesn't have add-on now. I don't know. This is going to involve way... I don't know this math. So, I'm going to have 2 of these. It says I've got 2 of them. Gain a 20% chance to deal 50% chance damage additional and knockback. So does that double? At some point, I think maybe it was a tooltip on a loading screen, it said that it's stacked. Seems to me stacking percentages rather than multiplying each other would mean I get a 40% chance to deal plus 100%, basically double damage. Yeah? No? Did I do my math wrong? Alright, let's get the combat drone. Well, you know what, I like these bomb drones because you get to use them more than once. It says replenish at arena end, so I'm going to get 1 more. I think this only lasts for 2 rounds. So I get 2 this round, I'll get 2 next round. So, use them if you got them. Although, actually, I guess you can... there's me standing in front of a Minotaur. You can save the bomb drones. Like, for instance, consumables don't get used up. Like, they don't go away if you don't use them. My Stormcloud gives credit for that. Ah! Alright, standing in front of a Minotaur again.
Arena completed.
Really, you can see the difficulty level here. I'm only gonna
Play
die if I
cards.
do stupid things, which is perfectly possible. The second campaign is way more challenging. Okay, with 5 points. Let's try this. It's always fun to see what you get. Lightning conductor. Alright, well. It was cheaper. I might as well use it. Destroy all summoned units. See? Ideally, I will have won by the time the summoned units come into play. I get these again. Don't need heat. Ooh, well, let's save it. You know what? Might as well slot
This
these.
advice shall prove helpful.
So let's see. That is the combat drone, and that is the bomb. Alright, here we go. Let's use the combat drone. Like I'm playing Galaga. I feel like I just wasted a perfectly good combat drone. You know what? No,
Arena completed.
I don't feel like that was wasted. That was actually great. Does that last the entire arena? If so, then...
Play cards.
Well, I'm going to pay closer attention to that in the future. Okay, so do I already have lightning conductor, which does stack? Yes. So, my chain lightning will hit my target 2 more times. Because I'm about to get the add-on, it will bounce 1 more time and +1 max hits per target. Alright, so this should make my chain lightning pretty formidable. Oh, do I save this? Yeah. Here's me wishing I'd taken healing.
Arena completed. Play cards.
So, although the developer described it variously as being similar to Hand of Fate, to Hearthstone, to Binding of Isaac, what it reminds me of, do you guys, and I know some of you will definitely remember, Phantom Dust, right? Phantom Dust for the
Brightness.
Xbox One had a strong deck building, card collection component, and the actual gameplay were these battle arenas. Not nearly as action RPG-y as this, but the same conceit is do some card collecting and use it in gratifying action sequences. I have called Hearthstone, and I stand by this, by the way. Hearthstone is cute. I can see its appeal, but I think of Hearthstone as baby's first CCG. You might think of this as baby's first Phantom Dust. Would that be a thing?
You dare enter my domain?
Here's the boss, who I think is just going to spit fire everywhere.
Play cards.
Upgrade force barrier. Alright, yeah. Oh, okay, this is fun, yeah. So, the force barrier lets me attack extra quick. You know, I'm slotting both of these. Destroy all summoned units. This will come in handy because those are the only guys other than the boss. Once again, there's 4 slotted consumables. No point saving them. So healing. Alright, here we go.
Strike at wrongness.
Let's just get rid of all those. Oh, well, I used my bomb. Yeah, get rid of all some of these guys. What's his deal? Yeah, so he's got shields. That means he's invulnerable. It looks like it. So he's gonna do this little trick where I have to shoot his shield generator to make him vulnerable. And this thing. God.
I will destroy you.
Seems to work. Is my canyon dead already? Some nanobots. There we go. Now. Ah! Wasted my poison cloud. Yeah! Alright, so wait for him to spit out his shield thing. Hopefully get it before... I think I got it. Got enough health.
Your god shines upon you.
Oh, that's my guy. My turncoat. And I've got 1 bomb left.
Take this.
Oh, jeez, indeed. Chain lightning for him. Ah!
Rejoice and receive my blessing.
You don't have this.
Take this and this and this.
You know, I'm afraid I don't have this. This, I do have this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, alright, well, so annoying. Amongst the terms...
Fool to challenge a god.
Alright, thank you. Amongst the terms...
Ooh, even I felt that one.
Yeah,
Let's
thank you,
hope our
announcer.
contender bounces back.
We're done with you. Amongst the terms they've used to describe this, as I mentioned before, they've called it a spectacular deck-building twin-stick rogue-lite. Why would they call it a rogue-lite? Alright, so I've died. I've died in the middle of a campaign. And remember, a campaign consists of battles, each of which consists of arenas. What happens when you die in a campaign? What, would I go and fight that battle over again? And I fight that boss until I beat him? Is that what happens? Presumably? No, that is not what happens. I am done. I'm dead. Get some gold. I would have gotten a lot more if I'd made it farther. So here are the first two battles, then a boss, then two more battles, then the overall boss. I died here. I don't get a check mark. So sad. Here's some stats. This is the one I care about. Let me then show you what gold does. So if I'd finished, by the way, the entire campaign, I would have gotten a lot of gold. It would have given me additional cards, I think. Like, hey, you won. Here, have some cards. This is important, by the way. I now finished this quest. We'll go look at the Ravager in a moment. Oh, I did get some cards. I don't know, what is this, a consolation prize? How did I get these cards? Let's sort them by costs. Not those. No, not those. Here we go, Deadly Impact. It's only, by the way, you'll see this little icon, only this character can use it, and that is the Ravager, by the way, the fella I just unlocked. It looks like he has a skill called Leap. What other new cards did I get? So yeah, I don't know what I did to deserve these new cards, but thank you, game. Additional strafe distance. You know, maybe I already had these cards and I got them basically unlocked now that I've unlocked the character. Oh, I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'll take new cards. Alright, so it looks like the Ravager. He seems like a monk-style character. Let's go look at him real quick, and then I'll spend my gold and show you what that does. Ravager. Oh my, well. Interesting looking fellow. His abilities are, this is his basic attack. Yeah, okay, so melee, he's got to get close. He gains frenzy, I like where this is going. He can jump on things, good. Strafe. Dash forward. Guys, I don't know in Danish what the word means, but in English, strafe does not mean dash forward. At least not in the context of video games. But you know what? When an airplane strafes a target, it's not moving sideways. So, you know, fair enough. I take back my criticism of your English, Betadwarf. You've done fine. And then Enrage, active skill, extra attack speed for 4 seconds. Okay. What I'm not seeing here is what... Oh, you gain Frenzy with this, and then you use Frenzy with this. This uses Frenzy. Does this use Frenzy? Okay, yeah. So Frenzy helps, augments these skills. Fair enough. Alright, let's spend some gold. This is due out on March 29th. Here we go. Let me show you how much this thing hates me. I'm going to predict. I'm going to get to spend 5 times. I predict I'm going to end with 5 green cards. And I'm just saying that because I'd love to be proven wrong. Alright, well there's 1 green card. By the way, if I have this, I think it shows it being rendered down to crystals. Additional movement speed? What? Who cares? Additional movement speed. Oh, this thing is so mean. To block. Alright, well. Again, you take this card when you think you're terrible. I guess maybe you take it when you're already below 30% health. Putting this card in your deck seems like you're planning for failure. Oh, yeah, I get a blue card. Thank you. Alright. Rush. Activates for the first 15 seconds. Alright. Good. Okay, so rush into battle, get a little healing. Alright, 2 more spins. Well, my prediction of 5 green cards, that was my second one of those, and additional movement speed, oh my god, has come true. 5 green cards, 1 blue. Come on, let me show the... okay, a second blue.
Rare.
Apex Predator. Okay, and more cards I can use for the Ravager. I'm out of gold now. When I earn more, I can spend more, I'll get more cards. So here, you know, it's showing me what my new cards are. I can build a deck. Here's the default name, by the way, for any deck until you change the name. And you just go through and you click to add cards to your deck. Oh, there. So you've got 30 of them. And then that's the deck you use. I'm not going to save that, though. Alright, so it comes out March 29th. Forced Showdown by Betadwarf. Danish developers who made Forced. It is a spectacular deck-building twin-stick rogue-lite, or Birth of Isaac plus Hearthstone on an intergalactic game show, or Baby's first Phantom Dust. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll see you online playing this on March 29th.